I refused to help a guy cheat on our college final, and he completely lost his mind. So, I'm a freshman at college, and I've known this guy Jason for about a year now. We met in orientation and became pretty good friends, hanging out all the time, studying together, the usual stuff. A few weeks ago, I got up the courage to ask him out because I thought we had something, but he rejected me pretty quickly. It was awkward for like 2 days, but then we went back to being normal friends. I actually got over it fast and started liking this guy in my chemistry class instead. Jason and I kept hanging out like nothing happened, which was honestly a relief. We're both taking the same math class this semester, and we have our final exam this Friday. The thing is, I have to get surgery on Friday morning to remove my wisdom teeth, so I asked my professor if I could take the test early. She was super cool about it and let me take it today, Wednesday, instead. But she was really clear when she gave me permission. She said I absolutely cannot share any information about the test with other students, and I totally understood why. This is college, not high school. People get kicked out for academic dishonesty here. So yesterday, Jason and I were getting coffee at this place near campus, just catching up and complaining about finals week. I was stressed about the surgery and mentioned that I was taking the math final early. I didn't think much of it, just explaining why I was so nervous about everything happening at once. That's when Jason's whole attitude changed. He leans forward with this weird smile and goes, "Oh, perfect. So you can tell me what questions are on it." I laughed because I thought he was joking, but he kept pushing. He started asking what topics were covered, if there were word problems, if I remembered any specific questions. I told him I couldn't share anything about the test because the professor specifically said not to, and I wasn't risking getting kicked out of college. Jason's face went completely dark. He started getting louder, saying I was being selfish and that real friends help each other out. I tried explaining that this wasn't high school anymore, that academic dishonesty could ruin both our futures. I even mentioned that Professor Martinez offers study sessions after class that he's never bothered showing up to, but Jason just kept getting angrier. He called me fake, said I was a terrible friend, and started cursing at me right there in the coffee shop. People were staring at us. I'd never seen him act like this before. It was honestly scary how quickly he flipped from normal Jason to this angry person I didn't recognize. He was trying every guilt trip in the book, saying I didn't care about him, that I was letting him fail on purpose, that I was being stuck up now that I did well on the test. I kept trying to explain that it wasn't personal, but he wouldn't listen. Finally, I just stood up, grabbed my backpack, and left. I wasn't going to sit there and get yelled at for doing the right thing. Jason didn't even try to stop me or apologize. He just sat there looking furious. That was 2 days ago, and he hasn't texted me once. Usually we talk every day, but now complete silence. I'm not reaching out either because he owes me a huge apology for how he treated me. The crazy part is, after reading all the comments on my post about this, I realized how many red flags I'd been ignoring, so I blocked his number. My phone blew up with over 50 comments telling me I dodged a bullet, and honestly, they're right. I'm not risking my education for anyone, especially not someone who thinks friendship means helping them cheat.